All right, Will. Who's your vote? You got Deathloop, It Takes Two, Metroid Dread, Psychonauts 2, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, Resident Evil Village for Game of the Year.
All right, well, there's several I'm already going to take out of the running. One, Resident Evil. I realize that people really love that series. I freaking hate it. I've tried. I know that every single game is very different from the last. I can't do it. I haven't gotten into it. And then also Ratchet and Clank. I obviously don't have a PS5, so I couldn't play it even if I wanted to, but I've never liked that series on the other PlayStations.
I have respect for Ratchet and Clank, but I would not say it's my favorite.
Okay. It's gonna be between Psychonauts 2, and I realize that I haven't played Metroid Dread, so I'm gonna have to pick Psychonauts 2 because it is phenomenal.
Have you played it?
I have played it. It's on Game Pass, boy.
Okay,
boy,
all right.
Boy. Yeah, it's good.
I could care less about Psychonauts. I'm not gonna lie.
The thing is, I think most people feel that way, and then they play it, and they're like, "Oh, this is something special." So that's how I felt about the first game. I remember thinking this is the dumbest thing ever. It's the dumbest concept. You're going into someone's mind. But it's really good. Yeah,
it's almost like Inception, except with cartoons.
Yeah, kind of, and it's goofy.
It's really goofy.
Yeah, I like it a lot. And I haven't played Deathloop, but the concept really intrigues me. And as soon as that's not an exclusive, I will definitely tune into that.
Isn't Deathloop by like Bethesda?
It is Bethesda, yeah.
But it's not actually Bethesda. It's because Arcane Studios, but it's got Bethesda publisher, I think, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So Microsoft technically owns that game.
Too?
Oh yeah, I would go with Psychonauts 2. But like I said, it could be Metroid Dread. Can update this later this week.
The one game I don't think either of us really talked about is It Takes Two.
That's a great game. I wouldn't pick that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Next category is Best Game Direction.
So what does what does that mean?
It says awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. So which game plays the best and is designed the best?
This is a tough one.
I picked Deathloop for this. Just I'm not trying to.
It is a really cool concept.
I love.
But the thing, the Ratchet and Clank, even though I just hated on the last category, the rifts that you can jump between the different rifts is a really cool concept too.
You know what's funny is just to give you a little brief pause before you have to make a decision.
Yeah.
I constantly, for the longest time, was confusing Returnal and Deathloop just because their names, in my opinion, mean similar things.
Yeah.
So when I would hear the word Returnal and I'd hear Deathloop, and I was like, isn't that the same game? What are we talking about here? For the longest time, because Returnal just sounds to me like it could be another name for Deathloop.
Yeah, I'll go with Deathloop on this one. The concept is really cool.
Okay. Let's see here. So, best narrative.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember which one I picked? Because I'm not going to try and bias you. I just want to.
Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to pick that one. It's between Life is Strange and Psychonauts again. I'll go with Life is Strange on this one.
Life is Strange.
I really like that series.
So far, we're pretty close, except for the Game of the Year. Best art direction. Okay, I think this is where we might align.
I don't remember which one you picked on this.
I do.
I think you picked Ratchet and Clank.
I did.
I think I might actually pick Ratchet and Clank for this one too.
I think the art in Ratchet and Clank is fantastic, and scaled up to 4K for this game is awesome.
Yeah, I don't want to just keep picking Psychonauts, but I also really like the art direction in that game.
I don't for me, it's acid trip style art, and I'm not really a big fan of that.
It's super weird, but the thing is, it fits with what they're trying. It fits with the vision.
Oh no, it definitely does. Lucid Dreams and all that. Yeah,
yeah.
It fits. I just wouldn't pick it personally.
Yeah, fair. All right, Ratchet and Clank. It's a beautiful game.
I'm not trying to bias you here. I want you to pick.
No. I'm good. Best score in music. This is tough because I'm super biased in this, and the game that I would pick isn't here.
Well, Halo. Halo didn't come out in time for the Game Awards.
I know it didn't come out in time. That's what I keep thinking about. I haven't played,
but there's a later category where really Halo should be on the list, and it isn't.
You picked not Deathloop. You picked Cyberpunk for this one.
I did because it's the only part of the game that I can say worked on launch, and it was amazing.
I'll go with Cyberpunk.
You don't have to pick what I'm picking.
I'm only going with that. Yeah. No, I think that's the only time that we've overlapped is that one time.
No, we've overlapped on a couple, but I think this one, hands down, there is a winner. But I'll tell you after you.
I'm doing Forza Horizon
You
5.
picked the same one I did.
Yeah, because that
Best
game is
in-game
freaking
audio.
beautiful and it sounds so good and looks so good.
Yes,
And I hate racing games, so that's saying something.
there's very few like racing games that I can honestly say like took my breath away in sound and audio design. Forza Horizon 5 just sounds amazing.
Yeah, and to be fair, it's not really a racing game; it's a driving game. It's
It's
very
an arcade racer.
Yeah, well, you can like just drive around to different places, so
Yeah,
it's cool.
it's a driving game. I got you. So this one I had a hard time with because like I don't pay attention a lot of times.
Yeah, I know.
But I did pick one that I thought made a lot of sense based on how impactful their character was. But there was another one that I would have considered picking.
I'm going to go with Juan Carlo just because that dude is freaking awesome, and I love him being a villain in anything he does.
Yeah, he was my second choice. My top choice obviously was Maggie Robertson.
Yes.
So that was my choice, but my Giancarlo was my second one.
I'm a little bit jaded though because I really don't like Resident Evil.
I agree, but I thought the performance was stellar.
Yeah, I know. You have to separate yourself from like you actually like in the game versus a really great performance, like just like in a movie. But
now, games for impact. Which one are you gonna pick on this one?
Games for impact. What is the small text?
For a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message.
Life is Strange. I'll go.
That's exactly what I picked. There was no contest for me.
Yeah.
Best ongoing. So I also had I had very little input on this, but there was one that stood out.
Yeah, you said Final Fantasy. That's tough. I mean, Fortnite, because it's like I don't understand how the game is even still around, but they're pumping out stuff, and they actually just pulled out of China this week.
Huh? I didn't know that. Interesting. Apex Legends was my second choice.
Yeah, Apex Legends is really neat. I suck at these games.
The reason I picked Final Fantasy 14, I'll be honest, was because of the it's my most improved ongoing game. Because
yeah, that's fair.
It has kind of taken over the space that WoW inhabited for so long.
Okay.
All right, best indie.
12 minutes. That was an easy one.
Okay.
I was super upset with you for not picking 12 minutes.
I'd have to have played it to pick it.
Yeah, no, the thing is, when I saw this at, Xbox's like E3 2019, 2018, I was impressed at it then. I thought it looked really cool. There's a deer game that's coming out at some point that I'm going to buy day one when it finally does.
Is it like Goat Simulator? And
No. It's not Deer Simulator. It's like your antlers glow and you like go. I have no idea what the gameplay is like, but you're playing as a deer. Your antlers glow and you're going through kind of like a dreamscape.
Huh.
It's cool. I want it so bad. Anyway, I would definitely
like almost like an Ori and the Blind Forest.
Yeah, it's very similar. Like the tricks with the lighting is very similar.
Huh. Okay. So you picked that for your best indie. And just for the record, anybody who's tuning in, I'm going to clip this intro with Will picking his stuff to launch either tomorrow or sometime next week, and it'll just be like Will's response to my horrible choices.
Yeah, I mean, we both suck because we haven't played every single game on the list. So
no, but we have enough of a understanding to pick most categories, not all, but most. Best mobile games. I think you're in the same boat as me. You don't play mobile games.
I think I've heard of two of these.
You've heard of the Pokemon one, I'm sure.
And Genshin Impact. Those are the only ones. Oh my gosh.
I just couldn't pick Pokemon because I hate seeing Pokemon go to mobile.
Yeah, I feel like I've heard that's really terrible.
Am
I wrong on this? I know Erica likes this game.
I don't know. I've heard enough about Genshin Impact to know it's actually decent.
Yeah, I'll do Genshin because we've had guests on saying that it was a lot of fun. So,
but to be fair, Will and I just don't play mobile games.
No.
Best community support.
Mm-hmm.
I would have picked Halo if it was on the list. Thank you very much. MCC should be here.
Yeah, let's see. Best communities. I would pick Apex Legends. I've heard really good things about their community support. I don't know enough. Like No Man's Sky, it was again, continuous improvement on the game. Yes, No Man's Sky. Destiny 2, I've heard really mixed things.
This helps you right here. Recognize the game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness, inclusive of social media activity and game updates and patches.
I do Apex Legends. I feel like they're very open about what they're giving. And the thing is, Destiny, no, it's super inconsistent. I don't know what's going on with Bungie. Sometimes they're great, and then sometimes they suck.
No, I said 343 for the MCC personally.
I think they've been super, super open about what they're doing.
Yeah. All right. Innovation in accessibility.
What's the
It says recognizing software and or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. There's only one game on this list that I really think fits the bill, but that's just my opinion.
Man, honestly, I don't know. I would say Forza, but that's only because I know Xbox has invested so much money into accessibility, button mapping, and also the controllers, but that's not a game.
But you could say that because Xbox has poured that much money and time into it to make games like Forza work with their controller.
Fair.
I would consider that to be the winner. But
yeah, I'll pick Forza again. Forza should win every category because it's freaking.
The reason why, and I think that's the reason why you got to pick it, is because, like, yeah, Far Cry 6 is on multiple platforms. Yeah, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy is on multiple platforms. Is it on? I think it's on multiple platforms, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and then Ratchet and Clank's a PS5 only, and Valve Shadow of the Crown. I don't even know that game is.
Yeah.
Isn't that the one that I thought? Isn't that the one that I thought was Fable when they were unveiling it in the?
Maybe it's
E3?
possible.
I think that's what it was. I'm not going to play that game. It's not my cup of tea. But Forza is the only one that I could pick, just because I know how much work Xbox has done to build games like Forza.
And honestly, it's a very small market, so the fact that they did that is pretty awesome.
And their customizable controllers are like pushing boundaries that you. And then the other thing I looked at was they're legit like racing wheels built for Forza Horizon 5. Like, that's insane.
Yep.
That we're still doing that and they're getting better.
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead.
Best VR AR. Let's see. I expected to die too. I've heard good things about that one.
I had picked Resident Evil 4.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not. You're never gonna get me with that. So
to me, the best VR games are always horror games.
Yeah, that's fair.
Best action game.
Ooh, this is gonna be a tough one.
You know which one I picked?
Yeah, you picked Back 4 Blood.
Yep.
It's between Back 4 Blood and Deathloop for me. Let's think.
If I had a PS5, Deathloop would probably be the only game I would have bought so far.
Yeah, I would definitely have bought Deathloop already. I don't know. Honestly, I'll pick Deathloop because it's a cooler concept, and Back 4 Blood has some fixes that it needs to do to the bosses. It's too hard for me right now.
You're like the IGN journalist.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. I would never be able to survive the comments on my videos.
All right, best action and adventure game.
Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh, wait a minute. Metro Dread.
I was going to say, I don't know how you pick anything over
Metro Dread. Yeah, no, Metro Dread. I'll go with that. I've seen enough reviews, and I've gotten a general good feeling on both games. So
you need to play it. Honestly, I think you can get through Metroid Dread no problem, but it'll be a lot of fun tearing through it. Mm-hmm. Some of the boss battles are difficult, but you get over it.
Well, that's the reason why the boss.
Best role-playing game, Will, which is you might own 2 on this list. I don't know.
Best role.
I know you own 1 on this list.
Yeah, well, I think I know which one you picked, so it's SMT5. I'll just go with that because the resounding love for that game, I think, just speaks volumes.
Yeah, I think you need to play it. I think you'll enjoy it. It's like it does for the Shin Megami Tensei franchise what Breath of the Wild did for Zelda.
Okay.
And while I don't like what they did with Zelda, I love how they did this with Shin Megami Tensei 5.
Okay, fair.
I hate it for the Zelda game. But
I don't get the hate for the Zelda game. I realize it's so different, so I get that, but I really like it.
I love what they did with SMT5. Best fighting game.
I don't know. I don't even know what that one is. Don't know what that one is. Wow, there's a lot of these I don't know. I'm going to go with Nickelodeon because, of course.
Yes, you did what I did. You said I don't know any of these other games.
Well, I mean, I know Virtua, but I've never been a fan of the series.
Best family game. You got It Takes Two, Mario Party Superstar. Is It Takes Two even actually a family-oriented game?
I don't know if I would pick that family game.
Mario Party Superstars, New Pokemon Snap, Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, and then
I refuse to vote for that one because that is an old game.
They added Bowser's Fury. Will, what are you talking about?
No, I refuse to accept it as a new game.
In that same vein, then Mario Party Superstars, is that new?
Fair, because it's all just reused maps. Let's think. Which one would my nieces prefer to play with me?
I know exactly which one it would. Well, I guess I don't know exactly, but I have a guess which one they would.
It's probably WarioWare because it's a bunch of little mini games and their attention spans are like it's attention span of a grain of rice. So
I thought it was going to be Pokemon Snap.
Nah, they're not in the Pokemon. I'll go with WarioWare on this one.
That's what I picked, which is a game I do intend to get. I love WarioWare games, actually.
It's one of the games you gave me on the list, man.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll come, maybe it won't.
Best sim and strategy game. This one was a hard one, actually, for me, and I picked against my own normal choice.
I like this comment that we got in the chat.
Yeah, I see it. Game Awards are rigged. Has a lot.
I don't get them either.
Cough, cough. Last of Us 2.
Like, I don't even understand.
That's why we're doing our own vote. And who cares what they actually pick?
Well, the thing is, I don't even understand how the games get nominated for the categories because, like, again, like some of these are like
no idea.
I don't know some of these games, so like, how did I miss out on this? And also, too, why are like certain games not in the list? Like, why is MCC never in the freaking like continuing support category? Like, what the hell? That game is a poster child of what you do.
Well, you know why? It's because MCC was never actually designed as a service game. It became a service game.
Well, so is Final Fantasy. That wasn't designed as a service game, was it?
It was kind of.
I'm gonna go with Age of Empires because I'm not gonna pick anything else. Definitely.
I'm surprised. You know what I picked?
You picked Flight Simulator, which is beautiful and it's really cool to go like the fly through the vistas and stuff. But at the end of the day, what am I gonna play more of? Age of Empires.
Yeah, I just thought that the level of effort and detail they put into the new Microsoft Flight Simulator was beyond anything I expected. And so I had to pick that one despite because I have some gripes with Age of Empires 4. It's not what I wanted from Age of Empires 3.
What did you want?
Well, let's just put it this way. There were other things that they were moving forward with. And the fact that Ensemble Studios is no longer around, I have a hard time picking Age of Empires 4. It doesn't feel like it feels like a spiritual reboot that I didn't want, not a continuation of the series I loved.
Fair.
The meta has changed.
It is reviewing very well, though.
I'm not saying it's a bad game, but my friend and I, we both looked at it and we have severe love for 3 and we can't get into it. There's too much meta. It's like if you were a Left 4 Dead fan because you like the simplicity of it and you got into Back 4 Blood and you hate the meta. That's like kind of how I feel about Age of Empires 4.
Okay.
All right. Best sports and racing game.
No contest. Yeah. Why are the other ones even in this list? Also, how the hell is FIFA in this list?
Sports and racing.
No, the thing is, FIFA should not be on any list other than like biggest dog pile of shit.
I thought people were saying FIFA 20. Like
no.
From what I've heard, FIFA is usually a good game, isn't it?
No, it's crap. It's just like all the other sports games. Just reskinned. I
think they said that FIFA 22 is actually pretty good improvement.
No, I refuse to accept it.
Okay, whatever. Then there's a cool game like Riders Republic that I've never heard of and haven't ever tried, but like
I've heard that Hot Wheels Unleashed is actually very good.
That's what I have heard too. I've heard Hot Wheels Unleashed is really good. I haven't played it, and I know that there's a Hot Wheel car in Forza. So,
well, they usually have a Hot Wheels expansion.
Yeah, exactly. So let's move on to the next one. Say Forza is what I picked too.
Forza
best multiplayer.
Let's see
Where's Halo MCC? No.
Well, where's the new Halo? I mean, the multiplayer is pretty banging.
It was not out in time for the Game Awards. It was close.
Yeah. Yep. This is why they should have the Game Awards in like January, so you can get all the freaking games in.
Nah, because they wanted in before the Powerball drops. Powerball, not the Powerball.
Yeah, I totally understood what he meant. It's so funny. Knockout City looks really cool, but I haven't played it yet. For the
first time I disagree with you. I think Age of Empires 3 is the best, but I am in a much smaller community than you because a lot of people love Age of Empires 2 and are not big fans of what 3 did. But I love 3, and Age of Mythology is probably a close second for me.
Okay. New World's going to win this category probably, so I'm going to go with Back 4 Blood because I enjoyed the multiplayer.
Only because they got Jeff Bezos money.
Yeah, exactly.
No, you said which one? I'm sorry.
Back 4 Blood.
Back 4 Blood, okay.
Yeah.
This is the one where I was like, I mean, I wouldn't have picked any of these people necessarily as my favorite content creator of the year.
Not gonna lie, I don't think I've watched a single one of these people. So
I've seen Dream before, and the content's good,
but I wouldn't like my list would be very different from this list. No offense to any of the creators. In this
I'm
list.
sure they're great, and I'm sure they have huge followings. I've never heard of any of them.
Yeah.
What kind of content do they create?
The fact that I've heard of Dream and I don't play Minecraft says something about Dream.
All right, you're forcing me to pick Dream. I like the fact that he has a draw on avatar, so let's go with that.
That did help. It makes him stick out.
Mm-hmm.
All right, best debut indie. I wonder if you'll pick the same one as me or not.
I'm gonna go with Valheim.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I've heard wonderful things, and I didn't realize that was the first game. So.
Yeah, breakout game for Iron.
What did you end up picking?
Kena.
Okay.
It's like the biggest indie on the PS5.
Yeah.
Pretty sure, anyways.
Also, again,
presented by Prime Gaming, so yeah, definitely gonna be New World.
Yeah.
Most anticipated game. Infinite should be on here.
I know.
How Halo Infinite is not in this category is beyond me, and yet Starfield is somehow in here.
Well, Starfield's coming out next year. I mean, all these games are supposed to come out next year.
Yeah, but I mean, Halo Infinite's coming out technically in the beginning of the next Game Awards time period. So like Infinite should be on this list. And it isn't.
It is really stupid.
I don't understand why it's not. Unless it was on last year's Game Awards, most anticipated game, and they can't put it 2 years in a row because they
maybe.
That's the only way I can see that this would make sense that you don't have Infinite on this list.
I'm not super into Elden, or I'm not looking forward to Elden simply because I'm not into Souls games. So I'm going to have to watch some gameplay before I get excited about that.
Definitely my brother's pick. My brother's big into the Souls games.
I am excited about God of War. I'm excited for all these actually, except to some extent. But I'm going to go with Breath of the Wild too.
Yeah, I couldn't pick any game on this list except Starfield because I could care less about all the other games on this.
Yeah, I get it. I know you're not a huge fan of the other series. Or well, you like Zelda series, obviously, but it's not the last one.
I like everything about Horizon except for the gameplay.
I'm cautiously optimistic about Starfield because, like, I'm not a huge fan of like the Fallout gameplay. Like, I enjoy the games, but I'm not like a diehard fan. So if it ends up playing just like Fallout but in space, I'd be like, it'll be okay for me.
Could play like Skyrim.
It's the same thing. It's just like, yeah.
The art style, I will say, the art style is pretty consistent across their games. Like playing Skyrim and playing Fallout, it just feels like I'm playing in the same universe. At different time periods. Like one is in.
Well, it's because they use the same old ass freaking engine. Though I think they might be using a new one for this.
I think the color filter is what draws me to believe the artwork is the same.
They can only manage one color filter.
That's like that dark gray.
Yeah, that's all they can do.
Or the sepia-ish color. Anyway, so you picked the sequel to Breath of the Wild, which makes sense because you like Breath of the Wild a lot. I'm not a big fan of Breath of the Wild. I'm going to give it another shot. Starting in January, I'm going to give Breath of the Wild another shot and see if I like it more than I did when I first played.
Is it coming out in January?
No. The original.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'm going to give that one another shot.
Yeah.
See if I change my mind. Best esports game. I remember which one I picked now. I had to think about it for a second.
Counter-Strike.
Yep, I picked the same thing.
Yeah. No, it wasn't that hard.
It's the most consistent. Honestly, it's the most consistent esports game out of all of them for the last 2 decades.
Sorry, guys. I don't.
Best esports athlete. I just picked FaZe. I know FaZe Clan. I know they.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, okay. I'll go with the same one.
And then obviously, if you're gonna pick him,
yep.
Then if you're gonna pick that, then you got to go with.
So this is gonna sound super ignorant for me because we have a freaking gaming podcast. I did not know these teams had coaches.
It is kind of weird when you think about it because the coaches usually aren't much older than the people in the teams.
I mean,
this guy's the coach of the team you picked. So
yeah, okay, do it.
And last but not least, best esports event. I'm sure you know all of these events.
Yep. No, I've never watched a single one of these. I can't get into it.
I went with PGL because I've heard of that one.
Okay. I mean, I've heard of them all, but yeah. I want to play the game. I don't want to watch someone play the game. And the thing is, like, I can actually do it. Like with football and something, I suck at football, so I like watching people play football. But like Call of Duty or something, I'm okay. I can do it. Not at the level these guys are at, but
all right.